this talk is not about real estate today. This talk is not about entrepreneurship. This talk is about taking a lead, making a difference, following your heart, feeling empathetic, going out of your way to help people. So this talk is different. This talk is special. This is about my mom. Hello, Mom.
Hi.
Welcome to my studio.
Thank you.
Are you feeling okay facing the camera and the lights?
Yeah. Yes.
Confident?
Yeah.
Anxious?
Yes.
Yes. When COVID hit badly, what did people do generally? They just locked their doors and they isolated themselves and they just watched TV or spent time with their family, did not interact with any other person outside of their home.
Yeah.
But what did Mom do? She opened the doors of her home. She got the oxygen cylinders in her garden. There were 2 benches in her garden, in her front yard. And somehow she was able to arrange oxygen cylinders because she knows people. And I think in the initial few days, she got oxygen cylinders from the industrialist who were using oxygen in there to build machines probably, because Yamnanagar is her hometown is an industrial city. So she was able to get cylinders initially, and she set up this emergency center in her front. She's not a doctor. You're not a doctor, right?
Oh no, not at all.
You're not. You're a lawyer. You're like, but you're not a doctor.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor.
Okay. So in her home, in the front yard, she had 2 benches, some oxygen cylinders. Always they were always there, and an oxygen measuring machine.
Yeah.
Everybody in the city knew that if you are not getting admitted in any of the hospitals, or if somebody in your home is not able to breathe, you should go to Sangeeta ma'am's house. She will make sure you get the oxygen. She will make sure you get a hospital bed. And somehow you were always able to get an oxygen bed
Yeah.
to a person who came to your home.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Right?
We could manage.
And you did this when everybody closed their doors.
Actually, when you leave the fear, then once you go beyond the fear, then there's no hassle.
So do you always live beyond the fear, or your
Normally.
suffering during COVID made you?
During COVID made me more to feel for the patients. And when I left the fear, then I used to tell doctors, I'm also like you. I'm not a doctor, but you can talk to them. I can also talk to them.
When you were providing oxygen cylinders, providing ambulance service,
Yeah, I bought one ambulance.
So my mom bought 1 ambulance only to help people, only to transport people from their homes to the hospitals, or from her home to hospital, because they could not.
See, actually, it was not buying. There were so many people behind me to help me out. When I used to carry things to the hospitals, and I used to provide medical oxygen to them. I needed plenty of cylinders. A lot of money is also involved.
Yeah, it is. It's not easy. I think one oxygen cylinder used to sell for 25,000 rupees. That is $300, something like that.
Yeah, it's a cylinder and the gas into it and bringing it, taking it. It was a big this thing.
Yeah.
But many people, they supported me financially.
Okay.
I used to talk to them on phone. I need this, and I used to get it. And my city people, they helped me a lot in this project.
They did.
I'm grateful to them.
Mom, I want to know more about it. You went to the government hospital to distribute food because you felt they were lonely, and you had experienced that loneliness.
Yeah, they needed nutrition.
They needed nutrition. But then you also went to crematorium, not to see off your friends, but you went to crematorium to distribute food to people who were cremating the bodies.
Yeah.
They were not lonely, or they were not lacking
They
nutrition.
were undergoing such traumatic experiences, and they were young boys. They used to be there for the whole day, and cremating body, it is not a simple thing. And leaving their families, the whole day they were busy doing it, and they were also supposed to be looked after. So we used to look after those people who were busy in cremating the bodies. They also needed so many things. They also needed somebody to look after them. So that made us work for them. And they used to be very much relieved to see us.
So you used to go talk to them
Yeah.
and give them food,
Yeah.
ask about their day.
Yes, sit with them, talk to them, and interact with them. They used to feel a bit relieved to see us. I have seen 20 bodies lying over there and
Waiting to be cremated.
waiting to be cremated. And the people who were cremating them see to their traumatic situation.
True.
It was too bad. So we used to, we try to make them relief, try to feel them at home, and talking to them about the families and giving them relief.
So it is
was
not
very
only
important.
about that you had gotten COVID. That's why you lent your hand and did not care about the consequences, and you helped everybody you could. But it is also about just being an empathetic person.
Yeah.
When you feel what the other
You
guy,
feel for others.
You
Yeah.
feel for others. Okay. When COVID was hit in India, in the
Yeah.
initial few days, government decided to stop the country economically,
Yeah.
right? And that is a time when laborers,
Yeah.
because India is a labor-intensive country.
Yeah.
So when laborers, they were walking back to their villages from metro cities, and it was covered in the news in India extensively that thousands and thousands and thousands of people were walking back home,
Yeah.
right? Because either the trains were stopped or they did not have the money to buy the tickets, maybe. I remember you sending me pictures. I was here in US at that time also. I remember you sending me pictures of distributing food to those laborers, like bananas and milk to the kids, and rice and curry to the adults.
And milk to the children.
Milk to the children. Yeah. So you
Small
used
children.
to stand on a highway with couple of more people.
Yeah.
And you used to distribute the food to all those laborers when the COVID had just hit. Like the first wave of COVID in India. Were you not scared? Why did you do that? Were you not feeling heat? Were you not feeling thirst while you did that? Like why? How?
Feeling thirst and feeling hungry, these are secondary your requirements. When you want to help somebody, I means not I alone. There used to be a group of people with me. Yes, I used to take the lead. That's true. But many people, they joined me in that project. I was not alone, never alone. And many people who were not visible, they used to help us financially. Let's not forget those people. They all are with us, and we could make that project because they were migrant laborers while they were going back to their homes.
I remember you
So-
telling me that they don't have anything. They just have a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
They don't have extra pair of shoes too.
Yeah. Yes. We used to take such things with us and give to them. So that because it was bad summer, they used to take bath. They didn't have clothes even to change. And small children in their laps, children, they couldn't eat anything. So while in the beginning we used to see them, then we started doing for the small children because they couldn't eat anything. So we made a separate project for the children so that they should have the things. They should have milk, they should have fruit, they should have baby food.
And you did
They
this
should have
because
baby food.
you did all of this work to help people because you just felt that you have to.
Yeah.
You just felt
And
it.
there were many people like us.
Yeah, like
There were many people like us.
yeah.
You
So
know,
you never
you have to take the lead there. Then there are so many people to copy you, so many people to do it. And we used to feel very happy when the next day we used to see 2 more groups going in other direction. In the city, in slums, or in localities where very poor people live, they didn't have anything to eat in their kitchen. So we used to make 2 times food in a community kitchen for 2,000 people. And we used to send food. There were
every day
other
you-
helpers who used to take the food and distribute in those colonies.
So every day in the community kitchen that you had created,
Yeah.
a meal of 2 meals of 2,000 people
Yeah.
was cooked.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Yeah.
And another set of people used to deliver it to you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
who
yeah.
were standing on the road.
Many people to work with me.
So there was a big operation
Yeah.
where the whole grocery was the
Yeah.
source
I used to collect the grocery.
from door to door going to people. Okay, so you used to collect grocery from people's homes. Then you used to give it to the community kitchen. You created that community kitchen, and then you distribute
People
that to
used
the.
to send us some cooked food also.
Okay.
There were many people to help us.
But then,
Many people to
but
help
then
us.
you took the lead.
Yeah, yes. This is what I say. When you take a lead, then there are so many other people to help you. Many people. And not only in our city, people from outside, they used to call me, Madam, please send us your account number. We want to give this much to them. You please give us your number. We want to help out.
Mom, you have seen or gone through lives of so many people during that time.
Yeah.
That time was difficult for everybody.
Yes.
Right? There must be one or two instances which really touch your heart. Would you mind sharing some, like one or two instances where we can also gain from your experience?
See, every moment, every story is unforgettable, that is true. But a few things that come to my mind now. My phone was always busy because
People were asking for help.
people were asking for help.
They knew you could help.
Yeah, they knew that they'll get something. She'll do something for us. So, especially if I talk about the parents whose children they were away from the country. In our language, NRIs,
Non-resident Indians.
non-resident Indians, their parents were sick. They could not go to see their parents.
Yeah, yeah. The travel was banned.
Travel was banned. So, whosoever came to know used to contact me. Okay, ma'am, please save my mother. She's very sick and we cannot come. You do whatever you can. She's not getting a room in the hospital. So I used to get many such calls and
From people living in
from
US,
yeah,
UK,
yes,
Britain,
yeah,
Australia.
Yes, yeah, yes. So we used to especially look after those parents, sending somebody to them then with the food and arranging rooms for them and then getting calls from their children day and night. And we couldn't save everybody, but we could try our level best, and we had done a good lot for them. That makes us remember so many such incidents. And after their parents recovered, they used to call us, thanking us, telling, "Ma'am, do come to us once. We want to see you." So that really mattered.
It really matters.
Yeah, it
People feeling grateful or showing their gratitude
Yeah.
for your help, for your kindness.
I find
that-
this is not my help. This is God's grace
Yeah. So basically
that makes us do the work.
Mom, I want to take your opinion on loneliness being declared as an epidemic in the US.
Yeah.
Do you agree that it is such a big problem that it's worth declaring it as an epidemic?
Yes, because during COVID days, I could realize that many people died not because of sickness, but the fear of loneliness. They used to feel, because we used to help them while communicating with them, talking to them, telling them you'll be all right. And perhaps many people died because they were scared of loneliness. Their own people, they were not connected to them.
So own family members were not visiting their
Yeah,
elderly
yes.
or their
Yes,
okay.
very traumatic.
And you have seen,
Yeah.
you believe
I've
strong-
seen some old people, they used to wait for their son, they used to wait for their
grandchildren.
grandchildren. And they used to tell me, now we cannot touch our grandchildren. We cannot go in their rooms. So they used to feel worthless.
So that kind of accelerated their demise.
Yes.
Or
I've seen
or
many
they could
such
not-
people,
Okay.
because when emotionally they feel disconnected, then they find that life is worthless. So I find loneliness is epidemic. If it is declared, it is right, because I have seen this. People have died due to loneliness, due to isolation.
Right. So do you think the feeling of loneliness or being lonely has accelerated
Yeah.
after COVID?
Yes.
Amongst even younger people?
Yes.
Not like elderly, we know, they definitely suffered a lot
Yeah.
during COVID.
Younger
and
people
after-
also, they need interaction, and isolation is when none is coming to you, none is touching you. You're not communicating with them. So we are humans. We are social animals. We cannot live without society, and lack of love, lack of friends, that made them suffer more.
So you agree that loneliness is an epidemic.
Yes, I agree.
It's an epidemic around the globe,
Yeah.
not only in the
Yeah,
US.
we are all humans. We are one inside. We all are one inside. Any country.
So, Mama, I remember when we were like young. I remember I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. We had bought a new car. It had new seat covers, white seat covers, like cotton. We couldn't afford maybe leather seat covers, so we had cotton seat covers, right? And you were driving it on a highway, and then you saw somebody was hit, and then you stopped the car and you put the lady in the front seat, and the guy had his legs broken, so you laid him in your back seat and he was bleeding profusely. And you took them to a hospital and they were saved. The man's life was saved only because she was able to bring them in time. But I want to ask you, what made you stop the car when nobody else was stopping the car? And did you not think about your brand new car and brand new seat covers at that time?
Say brand new car and seat, they're immaterial.
Okay.
I never feel about it. But when I saw a man badly hit, profusely bleeding, and people surrounding him, his wife was crying. So I stopped my car and I thought how to help him out. Then I asked people, leave anything but put that gentleman into my car, and I want to take him to hospital, because we read in papers and we see news that some people die just because they timely help. The timely help. So I wanted to give timely help to them, because if doctors told me later that had he been taken to hospital some 10 minutes later, then we could not save him. But the man was saved because we helped him out in time. We made him reach hospital. I made him lie in the
When you
car.
say we, you mean you.
Me, and when you shout for help, then people help you.
Okay.
People help you. You cannot do anything alone.
Okay.
No.
It is
When
always
somebody
we.
takes lead, then there are other people to support you.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. And there were many people who supported me, because nobody wanted to touch that man, because they are scared of police and they are scared of some police case. So I didn't think about it.
Why?
Perhaps it's the sense of taking risk, perhaps, or leaving the fear behind. Let's see what will happen.
Okay.
But let's save this gentleman. So when this thing comes in you, then you don't think about its consequences. I was not thinking about consequences. I was thinking about how this lady, because who is looking for help, if I help her and her husband is taken to the hospital in the right time and he's saved, then let the consequences will be. I'll face it.
And I remember when you were driving the car,
Yeah.
you were not able to close the door of the back
Yeah,
seat
the
because...
door was open because Maruti is so small a car.
Yeah.
It's a so small a car. And 6 feet tall gentleman, how could he lie down?
Yeah.
And
So his
we
wife-
didn't fold his leg. And doctor told me later, because certain things happen with the God's planning. It's all God's plan. Because doctor said, had you molded his leg, then his leg perhaps could not be saved.
Oh, okay.
Because 6 feet tall gentleman on the back seat, I said, let his leg be outside.
And who was holding the door?
I made a small child stand in the car and hold the gate.
Oh, so there was a small child standing in the back seat?
I said, nothing will happen to you. You just stand here and you open the gate and
my
let's
God.
rush to the hospital.
And
And we rushed like this.
rush like this with the door open.
Yeah.
With the...
Everybody used to, they were giving us pay. Because if you think of helping somebody, then other people, they come to help you. This is my experience. People help you if you take the lead, because people are scared of taking lead. If you take the lead, then people are there to help you.
Do you think world needs more leaders?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If somebody takes the lead, there are so many people to help you out. It's true. It's very true.
And you don't mind taking the lead?
No.
Okay.
You have to leave the fear behind and you go ahead. Nothing happens. Consequences are never bad. This is my experience. You do something good with your good heart. God helps you because you are an instrument in the hands of Almighty. He gives you strength. And so many people come to help you. But you must go ahead.
You must go ahead.
You must go ahead.